Prima Facie is 100 minutes of drama infused with some comedy and some really heavy-duty stuff. I'm Suzie Miller and I'm the playwright, the writer of Prima Facie. The play is about a young gun, fabulous working-class defence lawyer who is now one of the top-shot barristers of her day. She's young, she's got it all ahead of her, and she's fighting the justice system, and she's totally committed to the law. She believes that the defence is everything and that the system works until she is assaulted by a co-barrister, and then she takes it to court herself. She's on the other side of the system and she sees the system in a very different way. I think the really frightening thing for me is when I wrote it, I thought, oh, it might, now that Me Too has come along, it might not be relevant in a year's time. But the really frightening thing to me is it is increasingly relevant with Grace Tame, with Brittany Higgins and the case that was run for her. The statistics are really frightening. It's 1 in 3 women have had some form of sexual assault. And then you think, out of those 1 in 3, only 1 of 10 of those report it to the police. And out of those, very few take them to court. And then when they get to court, it's a 1.3% conviction rate. So you look at those stats and you think there is something wrong. I have thousands of DMs, letters, cards, everything that gets sent to the theatre, people telling me their story. People just banded together and said, I'm 1 in 3. I'm going to actually put my hand up and say, you know, just so you know, I'm 1 in 3. And I think, wow, you don't have to actually state the sort of hard words. You can say that and people know what you mean. And I think that to me was probably the most humbling experience. I'm humbled by theatre. I think I've affected more people by this than I have in all my years of law. And that really hit me really hard because I thought that I was changing the world, going to court every day. I thought maybe my way is actually to speak up and to have conversations and to really stretch out those knotty bits and find out how we actually can look at it from different perspectives so that there is the possibility of a conversation around change. I think the very first preview at Griffin, I realised that the play was hitting a mark that I just didn't expect to hit. And then when the lawyers came and then the community came, I was overwhelmed with the sort of discussions it created. The fact that it then went to the West End and won all the awards in Australia I thought that was the high. That was everything to me. But the real highlight of my career is this play doesn't belong to me anymore. It belongs to the actors like Caroline Craig, like all the people that will come after her even, who have interpreted it themselves with all the great directors that will work on it. It's going all the way around the world. And I feel like it has a life of its own, completely separate to me, which is starting conversations in other places, and a conversation I've wanted to have since I was 21.